Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. So we've got this race that we've got to do, and it's a tight one. The good news is we did it once before, so we know now where the starting and ending location is, which that is going to be a big factor. Can we start at this beacon, which we've never seen this beacon style before? Can we start this at a high speed? That way we can start off in a good position. Can we use our boosts as efficiently as possible? Now, we still very possibly may have run out of time if I'm not careful. Like, I've got to know which way to turn and make sure I'm going the right way, because these all do kind of still look like each other. Alright. Seems like I really only need to tap the boost too. Seems like it works itself out. So this is the one where I'm taking it wide to line up this jump. That's probably a little generous, that beacon, but you still have to jump. So I have 59 seconds remaining. So it is going to be tight. And in some of these areas you are inherently going to run into something. So you have to just ignore those enemies. 38 seconds. Usually in a race like this you would be given more time. Like, it would be obvious that you're getting little benefits and helps. 26 seconds. But here, it's not doing any of that. 19.
You drove so very fast. Come back to me so I can tell you how great you are.
Alright. So, races like that are badly designed slightly because they didn't show on the map where you're supposed to go in the first place. I couldn't just bring up the map and go, oh, here's a number 1, which would have been really easy to see on the map with like maybe a logo of some kind of race logo, and then here's number 2, and then here's number 3, and didn't, if they had just numbered it and let me see all of it at the beginning, that would have allowed me to do it in the first run. Probably. I still may have screwed it up.
Driving fast. I am sexually. You are attractive to me. Thank you.
And see, this is Slade pretending to be Natalie, who's dead. Slade apparently has split personalities, but I'm not sure if that would actually be the accurate description for his lunacy. Alright. So all of these are in Magny's Lighthouse, which is where? Exit to Magny's Lighthouse is over here. I don't think we could have ever exited through that direction before. So I think we're good. Now, I could do a little bit of grinding to try and kill several things, including these hovercrafts, but it's not worth it. I think this is the right way. Nope, this is not the right way. Guess we're going up here. Even the way he enters and leaves this vehicle is recycled animation from entering and leaving other vehicles, I'm fairly certain. So we need to activate the gate and enter Magni's lighthouse. I guess I haven't been here since I saved and exited or reset the app. But nobody's trying to kill me. Feels like somebody should be trying to kill me. Yep, this was just not active, not something you could click on when we were here before. Yeah, they desperately needed to, instead of making these dance arounds to explain why you can't go in a certain place, why not just say that these are actual holographic barriers from the Hyperion Corporation and that you need certain digi-passes, digital keys to get in certain places. Introducing keys to travel doesn't inherently mean you're going to have keys to open loot boxes. And by that I mean boxes with loot in them, not loot boxes that you have to buy from microtransactions. Alright. So, I guess we want to go this way first. It's a message in a bottle. And then maybe we're going to enter the lighthouse and enter a secondary area. I can't help but feel like either I'm going to die if I walk there, or... Interesting. Level 28 purple, still not good enough. We could switch over to a rocket launcher. Yeah, it seems like this might be a boss battle area. Either that or it's a skybox area. Music is playing differently, which is interesting because they don't really seem to switch the music enough. And usually the music isn't recognizable, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that looks like a road, but maybe it isn't. So, is the lighthouse up here, or is this the lighthouse? See, this is just going to turn out to be disappointing. I can practically guarantee it's going to turn out to be really disappointing because I'm going to rocket launcher some random person and... Ooh, interesting. Apparently they placed an instant death a little too close to the edge. That was $58,000 that I just lost because I walked on the ledge I wasn't supposed to. That's not fair. Definitely not fair. This is a hover skiff. I don't know why there aren't any buzzards. Feels like there could have been buzzards. There's a whole bunch of people, so I'm just gonna keep on throwing MRVs. Still getting like 1 XP on most kills, 5 XP if it turns out to be a badass level character. Did I pick up everything? No. Just run towards this guy. Yep. That's a different way to handle the problem. Okay. Would there be any reason to need to jump up there? I don't think so. I suppose we're looking for Cult of the Vault symbols. There might be one, there might be. There's been some areas where I haven't found any, but I am not 100% confident that means there weren't any. Some bullets over here. If I could reach that area. So I lost 58,000. It gets 88. This feels like this is a level where I'm gonna have to zigzag back and forth to get up higher. It seems like what this is designed to do. Be wrong about that. Well, how am I supposed to get up higher then? Oh. Let's try that again. So there's more over there. I think for the most part I have a full collection of things except for rockets. I kind of miss in the Secret Armory of General Knox the secret assassins that would just appear and run at you and attack you with katanas. Like, we could... There's a pirate character that kind of runs at you and hits you with swords, but it wasn't anywhere as fast. See, this is now the... Ooh. Jeez, have I... Was I supposed to smash all of the ones that did that? I've seen quite a few treasure chests or things that would beep at me. It never occurred to me to smash them before. This is an odd layout. You run over there and fight all those people, then you come over here on the side and you take the stairs up. And then you wrap around to take some more stairs. I'm a little surprised that more of these aren't booby-trapped. And I don't think it's a random thing. Some iridium, that's always nice. I would have thought...
If you reach the treasure before me, which you won't of course, but just in case, be careful of the Leviathan. It ain't Roscoe, as I may have already mentioned, and Blade's notes say it will die to protect the treasure chamber.
So... I wonder if the treasure is just a Leviathan baby. or something. Let's see. Let's hit all of these. Alright, so message in the bottle is over this direction, but I think it's higher. I don't think it's just going to... Alright, and I'm gonna hold on to my rocket launcher for the sake of... well, I didn't make that jump. For the sake of fighting the Leviathan, in case I actually need it. But I think the bigger joke will be that I'll shoot the Leviathan with this gun and it'll die in a couple shots. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be higher. And you'd think that there would have been more things hidden in the mine carts. Yep, seems like we're gonna just wrap around. Again, it feels like the game has lost some momentum. And yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make a jump to that. Too quiet. Too quiet. Yeah, it really feels like the falling action and the rising action aren't really considered as much as they should be. Just the slow times and the fast times. It also kind of feels like even the most action-based sections have been played out and done so many times that they've lost any real intrigue. So I still kind of want to see everything here, but I'm also admittedly sort of bored of running around shooting things. There's not really a lot you can do to spice this up until they do something different. So this feels like if this were Siren, you could probably go on a quest that is much more like dialogue based, talking to people, trading things. None of that's really in the Borderlands series. I couldn't spend a good hour mining or like leatherworking, creating knives, trying to increase my skill level. Some of that in Skyrim was incredibly repetitive and boring, absolutely. In fact, most of it was, but if there was just some small mechanic besides running and gunning here, like, even if I could just go to Mad Moxie's and play like real poker, like Texas Hold'em type poker with 3 random characters, and gamble a little bit, or just talk to people and have some kind of different experience. Heck, you know, since this is Borderlands, I wouldn't have been upset with like a Russian roulette. Go play Russian roulette with random people. The AM FM aisle. Just go ahead and throw that. So, is this a pirate radio reference again? I think it is. So is Censorbot gonna end up giving us another quest? That would be odd. I feel like I might need to just look for an X, because I feel like X marks the spot is gonna be on this map. That feels like something you interact with. Still have the ability to jump in the crazy places. Not that it helps you any. Okay. Yeah, doesn't feel like there's anything there. So I would guess we're coming back this way either for the main story or for the X marks the spot message in the bottles story. I assume jumping down there kills you. I think that's pretty obvious. So let's go up here. Come over here. Apparently people decided to respawn. I'm noticing that when you kill these enemies and they either curse you out or say something piffy, it's always PG-13 at most. This game, I guess it probably is a smart move though, because like I'm fairly certain some of the people that work at Gearbox made the Duke Nukem series, And I would argue that the Duke Nukem series probably went too extreme in being rated M for mature, and that made it less approachable by a lot of people. Like, and not just Duke Nukem Forever, I mean, pretty much all of them. Like, Bulletstorm is another great example of that, where Bulletstorm is actually a pretty good game that unfortunately is wrapped in some really rough language that doesn't really benefit the story in any way. I mean, there's realistic language, and then there's language that is intentionally full of cuss words. I gotta jump backwards and then forwards, I think. Or maybe I just had to get out of the way of this boat. I don't think I can jump on top of this, or do I think there's anything on there? You know, it wouldn't be too bad if every time you opened a chest with guns in it, like, not the ammo chest per se, but any of the gun chests, wouldn't be too bad if you got a little audio cue that just was a little bit of fireworks, a little bit of flash, a little bit of attaboy. Like, sure, you get that spin sound effect, but you know, you could do something with this. Or what is the value of these guns? I'm just gonna leave all those. Where maybe it shoots off a firecracker, and you could even integrate that into the story, where it causes people around to recognize where you are and run towards you. So there's a balance of whether it's worth it to even open a chest. Or, you know, Zero could just be saying things like, yes, alright, great, more loot, bullets, exactly what I needed. Maybe just say bullets and then exactly what I needed, or what I needed. Even what I needed is a little too long of a phrase. Alright, so I think I can safely jump down here, and we'll find the message in the bottle first. I don't know where my grenade just went. There's no vending machine here. There's a fast travel station, and that's it. Here's a message in the bottle. And where does it want us to go? Wants us to go back over here. Okay, not too bad. Not too far. Okay, so I'm gonna just stand on this edge and we're gonna toss some guns off the edge. That, 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 and that. I think we could probably toss that one too. And that's trash. That's trash. That's trash. That's trash. We can toss that. And that. And that. And that. Go ahead and toss that one too. The rest of these guns are also trash, but we can hold on to them because they're of slightly more value. So what we're looking for is guns that are slightly over 1,000 or more. And I'm going to keep an eye on any whites that we might want to pick up and decide whether those are actually worth picking up or not. Let's see. No, I don't think so. It seems like the escape fast travel station is over here. You can see there's a treasure sign painted there. Maybe climbing up this ladder for no reason, because indications seem to be that I need to go this way. That's a funny way to reach the inside of that. So I'm assuming that the X marks the spot literally cannot be found until you have started the quest. That would just be my guess. And I'm hoping it is just an X marks the spot, because if it isn't, then like who knows what or where it is. But also I don't really want to wander around too much, because being on the edge has already killed me once. Leave that gun, take that one. So I kind of wonder if, now that I'm looking at the guns, possibly for the first time ever, has it always been a scenario that one gun was not worth taking and one gun was? Possibly. Right. This is at the very edge, so I suspect it's not here. Is there anything above us? Not unless it's way, way up there, which it might be. There's really not a lot even around here. If it was some kind of fake wall or something. So maybe it's up high? But I don't know how it could be up high either. So I jump up here. Okay. If maybe I could get a little bit more height and land on this 1 pixel. That's a tall order, really. I can get up here. Sure. I'm just attacking all these things in the thought that I might do something. It's kind of amazing that they can make this hard. It really shouldn't be this difficult to find something. I guess the question really is just going to come down to, are we going to reach that higher point? And how long should we put into this? How long should we try this before we give up? It's not down lower. It's not over there. It's not here. It's not over here. I'm fairly certain it's not over here at least. See, if there was a treasure chest down here, I don't even think I could open it. Yeah, we're going in circles. And we got the message in the bottle at a higher elevation, basically, than this, so I think we have to make the assumption that it's not there. Why is there this small little bit on the map that's blacked out? Like I'm standing right in this point of the map and it's still not open up. Again, must be up there. So I'm just making some big assumptions that we're gonna end up in a much higher elevation on this second tier, which is something I thought was gonna happen. so we were over here. And we went down. So this is the next location. Activate the lift and enter Magnus's beacon. Might be slightly helpful if we had the other quest on and enabled, yeah. Alright. Let's see. Again, I feel shortchanged. It's just barrels everywhere, there's enemies. Should be running around trying to kill me like crazy, and just nobody's coming. Does the game literally not spawn enemies sometimes when you're over leveled? Just like Mr. Bubbles. Ah, here's a reference to BioShock. Do you always get that, or is that like a unique character that spawned? And where's the other guy? Because the other guy was probably a little sister. Let's see. Yeah, somebody spent effort making this look like a BioShock Big Daddy. And I just killed it in one hit. He kind of fought like a Big Daddy. Now, when Borderlands 2 came out, I imagine that this would have been a reference to BioShock 1. Maybe BioShock 2. Definitely not BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite took a long time to come out after BioShock 2. And really wasn't much of an actual sequel. Okay. That did something. This. I'll leave that one. I'll pull that. Let's see. Just a regular anchor man that time.
Sweet treasure in you. Like a pop.
I'm just gonna let my shield absorb some bullets for a few moments. Like, who is hitting me? Somebody's hitting me with some kind of shock gun.
Hurry to the top of the lighthouse. The Leviathan knows how close we are to finding the treasure. He sorts through the rift. Pretty awesome, right?
Alright, where's... Oh, it's a turret. That's what was damaging me. Okay. So we need to figure out what happened when I spun this crane. I guess I brought the turret down. what happened. Interesting. And kinda nothing else. So it feels like there might be a challenge around this area that is centered around bringing down turrets for apparently no reason. Is there anything else we need to consider? What was that? Red. See, that doesn't change anything a second time. There must be something up there, because there's nothing down here. Now I know this game does have some secret characters that you're basically never going to see. Why people would bother to put in those secret characters is questionable, certainly. Like, if you're gonna do an Easter egg, it should be reasonable that a good percentage, like at least 5% of all the people who've played the game stumble across that Easter egg. If you're just hiding things so deeply that only people who actually worked on the game would ever be able to find them, you're probably wasting your production resources to put in that Easter egg in the first place. Of course, most Easter eggs, I imagine, are put in by a single programmer with no consent or approval from anyone else. So this fast travel station does not seem like it just lets you go anywhere. It looks like you can only go probably away. Alright, so the main mission and that mission are both in the same area again. And this has managed to take an hour. So we've got little oases. Little bits of water. So what's important? Yeah, do we go that direction? Or do we go over here and see what this is? I kinda wanna see everything. I still wanna experience the game. I'm not yet to the point where I just want to mad dash through everything. And see, the funny thing here is I definitely feel like I need to take a break in between this DLC and the next DLC, and I just don't know if I'd be able to actually get away with that. Like, maybe I could take a day or two, but the scheduling is so far behind. If I were to take the month that I'd probably like to take, and that most players who bought Borderlands 2 would have probably gotten, because that's usually how DLC works, is that you get one bit of DLC and then a month later you get the next bit of DLC. And this also explains why there's usually only 4 or 5 pieces of DLC in a season pass, is because people who make video games only care about the first 6 months of sales. Everything after that is considered much less, which is a silly way to run a business, in my opinion. I think a lot of video games end up getting niche followings and have longer amount of time it might take for people to realize the game exists and that people want to play it. Again, just a big empty area. There's a cult of the vault, so hopefully that's the only one. No, there's two. We're kind of in the circle area, so I'm gonna look and see if I can find an X somewhere. So we're on the other side of a wall. So it's gonna really suck if I end up having to run around this wall several times because I can't find the dumb X. But maybe it will work really well. Maybe we'll find the X and then on the first try. So I guess the idea is that this rock platform would have been right on the coast at some point, and all that water evaporated. Okay. Show me where the X is. Shouldn't somebody be shooting at me? I mean, seriously. Throw a cursed pirate towards me. We got no storyline, by the way, explaining the cursed pirates. Not that I really demand that there be a storyline explaining them, but it's something the writers could have easily done. Right. So here's the problem. If I go up higher, it's possible that the X that marks the spot is higher still. Either it's right here in the grass and I'm missing it, or it's not in the ground at all, or it's higher. Guess we'll go up higher. Let's see. It's not an X marks the spot right here, is there? Nope. Well, I'm gonna have to wait now. Well, while I'm waiting for that to move, I'll come back around and give everything another look. Could it be on top of the building? I don't see anything here. Don't see anything there. I jump on this. This tree is in the way. I don't know if the tree's in the way intentionally. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything there. Okay. Now we take it all the way up. This really can't be much of anything.
You're at the top of the lighthouse? Lovely! Just find somewhere to place Blade's compass, and we'll find out exactly where the treasure is buried.
Seems like there's just some places. Thought there would be something here. Something that would attack me. They're really building up the idea of the Leviathan. But I don't see how that's gonna work. So we just finished the first of 5 steps as far as opening pirate treasure chests. The chance that we're going to open a significant larger amount of pirate treasure chests is insanely low. Even in a second playthrough, that's just not going to happen unless there's way more gameplay going on here than what it seems like there is. We're just gonna drop some of these ones that are 11. There you go, just drop a bunch of that. And it wants me to put the compass there. And I'm not ready to do that. Let's read this quest. Let's see. Find hidden treasure map. You found a note on a sealed bounty pointing towards some hidden treasure somewhere near Magni's lighthouse. There's no way you're getting up higher. I don't see anything on the ground that would look like an X. Unless there's actually something hidden behind like these walls. I'm just confused. And see, this is definitely some major BS going on here to have a treasure at 3 different places that would require you to transverse 3 different areas. So let's just move the storyline forward and see if maybe that does something. How do we activate the beacon?
Is it working? What's happening?
Turn on the lighthouse beacon. Hey, we got 8 iridium and some experience.
You did it! It looks like the treasure's buried in worm water. I'll meet you out there.
Rendezvous with Scarlet. Okay. So there's a point on the map I see down this way. So, do I want to jump from this point down? Or do I perhaps want to come down here and see if there's an X marks the spot? Something hidden down here. Right. If there was a treasure somewhere around here, I don't see it. But this part of the map is also kind of not connected to that. So
Top notch, my friend. And don't worry, I still need your help to get past whatever traps there might be in the treasure chamber. I will not betray you until we find the treasure room.
I really have no clue where this treasure is. Shouldn't be that difficult. So let's run back around here.
Just kidding! It's honestly been a lot of fun, but this is where you die.
So, some Scarlet pirates tried to kill me. Well, then I guess if I had jumped off the edge, I would have potentially missed all that. So, am I just going to run in the Scarlet crew going forward? Let's throw that way. There's a lieutenant. There's a lieutenant.
My friend, are you all right? I hear explosions coming from the lighthouse. Is that you exploding? I see Captain Scarlet heading towards some bright light in Wormwater.
Shade.
I would go very, very fast and beat her to the treasure and possibly shoot her multiple times.
I've forgotten Shade's name. I was calling him Slate. But I guess the other guy was named Slate, wasn't he? Right. This is just a gun I dropped. Why? Oh, why does... Well, you can't jump down that way. Apparently falling after a certain distance kills you unless you fall out of the map, and then falling does not kill you. 54,000.
Except Handsome Jack.
I guess it's kind of nice to have them mention Handsome Jack. bring him back into the storyline. Even though he's really not playing any role in the DLC. Is it possible that there would be something hidden at the top of this rock? I don't know how you get to the top of the rock though. Short of just jumping on it, which I'm not 100% sure you could do that. This feels like a place you would bury hidden treasure. This totally feels like a place. But it totally doesn't seem like they did. Unless there is no X, and you literally just have to walk back and forth until you get a prompt. Which that would be pretty crazy. Spending too much time on this though. At the risk of losing another 50,000, I think I want to jump from the top of the tower. See what that does. So I guess maybe I was supposed to let him get closer and then shoot the barrels. That might have been the idea. Alright. If I was supposed to see something here, I don't. Definitely don't. There's like a ladder that's sticking through the ground on this side, and that's kind of it. Alright, so that is not the direction I'd want to jump. That's not the direction I'd want to jump. See, getting on top of the buildings over there is not likely to do anything anyways. If I were to guess, this is the direction I want to jump. It is. There's the X. Okay. So I'm gonna push forward to hope I make it. That was a lot of work. Are we gonna get any audio log here?
I'm hiding the blasted treasure. It got my entire crew killed. But if you want to die looking for it, have fun. This is Captain Blade, signing off for good.
Thought there might be a gunshot there at the end. And I guess I got all of the guns and such. Or maybe not. Maybe I need to run around just to make sure another gun didn't happen to fall. Has all sorts of money everywhere. In and out of the ground. Yeah, that's a very specific bug that has been rather consistent in Borderlands. It's shocking that they didn't spend more time trying to fix that bug between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 and all the DLC. So this is a 1500 gun. We'll see if we have something less than 1500. There's 1000. We'll drop that. Just in case those are special guns, but they almost certainly aren't. And let's see, I could jump, go back down, and try and figure out why this part of the map never unlocked. Or I could just ignore it and go on. Let's see, we have an undiscovered quest in the refinery, and then we have something in warm water. And so I'm guessing we just travel the warm water, or at least that's what we're gonna do in the next recording. This has gone another complete hour, and we are just really full of stuff. In fact, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to fast travel into the refinery, do that optional quest, and then yeah, that'll work better. Go into Washburn Refinery because we can fast travel there, and then do the last bit of the storylines, and we'll be able to sell some things. Let's see, where are we on this? Reload speed. It's just, yeah, critical hit damage is the one that really needs some upgrades. Well, I said it last recording that this was probably going to be the last recording for this DLC, but I was obviously wrong. So I guess I'll double down and say next recording is probably going to be the last hour of this DLC. That's going to be it for this recording, though. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, you can support me down below through Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game via my wishlist. Thank you for watching.